Every day, millions of men unknowingly make small choices that slowly add pressure to their prostate health. These choices don't seem dangerous in the moment. In fact, some might even feel like they're part of a balanced lifestyle. But over time, these habits quietly build an environment where discomfort, inflammation, and other frustrating symptoms become more likely. Today, I want to walk you through 5 of the most common daily mistakes that make these problems worse. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll share a powerful bonus tip, something simple, natural, and surprisingly effective that can help support your prostate health and overall comfort. Before we get to the first mistake, let's talk about why this matters. The prostate, a small gland tucked just below the bladder, plays a big role in urinary health and reproductive function. When it's irritated or swollen, even slightly, it can make everyday life uncomfortable. Frequent trips to the bathroom, disrupted sleep, and that frustrating feeling of never fully emptying the bladder. Ignoring these issues isn't wise. Over time, they can worsen, reducing quality of life and making it harder to do the things you enjoy. The good news is, the body often responds positively when we remove the habits that contribute to the problem. The first mistake is hiding in plain sight. It's in the fridge of most American homes. It appears at barbecues, in lunchboxes, and even in quick snack breaks. I'm talking about processed meats, things like bacon, hot dogs, deli cuts, and certain sausages. These foods are loaded with preservatives, sodium, and saturated fats, all of which can contribute to inflammation in the body, including in the prostate. While enjoying them occasionally is unlikely to cause immediate harm, making them a daily habit can slowly work against you. Why does this matter? Chronic inflammation is like a low-burning fire in the body. It doesn't always cause sharp pain, but it can make existing problems harder to manage and easier to aggravate. Processed meats often contain nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to preserve color and flavor, which in excess can put extra strain on the body's natural repair systems. For someone already experiencing prostate symptoms, that extra strain can tip the balance from mild annoyance to persistent discomfort. The shift here isn't about strict restriction. It's about swapping in better choices most of the time. Instead of processed lunch meats, try sliced turkey breast you roast yourself, fresh fish, or plant-based proteins like lentils and beans. These foods provide valuable nutrients without adding compounds that contribute to inflammation. Small, consistent swaps like this not only help reduce irritation, but can also improve heart health, energy levels, and digestion, all of which support a healthier, more resilient body overall. Making changes in your diet might feel overwhelming at first, but think of it as an investment. Every meal is an opportunity to either add fuel to the fire or help put it out. The more often you choose foods that calm and nourish the body, the better chance you give your prostate to stay balanced and healthy. And the best part? The benefits extend far beyond the prostate. Better nutrition can mean better sleep, more energy, and a stronger immune system. Of course, food is only one piece of the puzzle. There are other daily habits that can either help or harm your prostate health, and some of them are surprisingly tricky. The next one, for example, is something many people do with the best intentions for their health, yet it can backfire if done the wrong way. Ignoring it could mean that all the dietary changes in the world still won't bring you the comfort and relief you're looking for. Many people approach their health with good intentions, yet even well-meaning choices can have unexpected side effects. One example is hydration. We know water is essential for nearly every function in the body. It supports kidney function, helps regulate temperature, aids digestion, and even contributes to clearer thinking. But here's where things get tricky. Drinking water the wrong way or at the wrong times can quietly make prostate-related symptoms worse. For most men, the advice to drink plenty of water is sound. But when that water is consumed in large amounts all at once, especially late in the day, it can place extra pressure on the bladder and, indirectly, the prostate. This often leads to more frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, which disrupt sleep and can leave you feeling drained the next day. Over time, poor sleep can weaken the body's ability to repair itself, creating a cycle that makes discomfort harder to manage. Another common issue is assuming that more water is always better. The truth is, hydration needs vary from person to person, depending on factors like activity level, diet, and climate. Drinking far beyond what your body actually requires can cause your kidneys to work harder than necessary, which may not directly harm the prostate, but can contribute to urinary urgency and discomfort. For someone already dealing with prostate symptoms, that extra urgency is rarely welcome. The solution isn't to drink less water, but to drink more strategically. Spacing your intake throughout the day gives your body the hydration it needs without overwhelming your bladder at once. For example, aim to drink regularly in the morning and afternoon, then gradually reduce intake in the evening. This approach supports steady hydration while helping you rest more peacefully at night. Temperature and additives matter too. Very cold beverages can sometimes trigger bladder contractions in sensitive individuals, leading to an increased urge to urinate. And while sports drinks or flavored waters may seem like a good alternative, many contain excess sugar, sodium, or artificial additives that can irritate the urinary tract. Choosing plain water, herbal teas, or naturally infused water with fresh fruit can be gentler options that still make hydration enjoyable. There's also an overlooked connection between hydration and certain medications or supplements. Some men take diuretics for blood pressure or other health reasons, which naturally increase urination frequency. Combining these with large, rapid doses of fluids can amplify bathroom trips. Understanding this interaction and adjusting your hydration plan accordingly can make a noticeable difference in comfort. Hydration is a balancing act. When done thoughtfully, it can support not just the prostate, but overall vitality, energy, and mental clarity. It's about listening to your body, observing how it responds, and making small adjustments that add up over time. You'll likely notice that with steadier, more mindful hydration, your body feels less strained and your sleep improves. Still, water isn't the only daily habit that can quietly undermine your efforts. There's another factor that affects prostate health that has nothing to do with diet or hydration. It's tied to how much time you spend in one position. And while it may seem harmless, ignoring it could not only slow your progress, but also create new discomforts you didn't see coming. There's a hidden challenge to prostate health that has nothing to do with what you eat or drink. It's about how much time you spend sitting. For many men, especially in today's work culture, long hours in a chair are simply part of daily life. Whether it's at a desk, behind the wheel, or relaxing in front of the television, the reality is that sitting too much can quietly place stress on the prostate. When you sit for extended periods, blood flow to the pelvic area slows down. This reduced circulation can make it harder for the body to deliver nutrients and oxygen where they're needed most, while also slowing the removal of waste products. Over time, this can contribute to inflammation and discomfort. For those already dealing with prostate symptoms, the impact is often more noticeable. A feeling of heaviness, increased sensitivity, or a sense that recovery from flare-ups takes longer than it should. It's not just about the prostate either. A sedentary lifestyle affects the body as a whole, weakening muscles, reducing flexibility, and increasing the risk of other health issues like weight gain and poor cardiovascular health. But when it comes to the prostate, the lack of movement creates an environment that can make existing problems more persistent. The solution isn't complicated, but it does require intention. Even if your job or routine keeps you at a desk for hours, small adjustments can make a big difference. Standing up every 30 to 45 minutes to walk around, stretch, or simply shift your position can help restore blood flow. Gentle exercises like pelvic tilts, light squats, or short walks can stimulate circulation in the pelvic area without requiring a full workout session. Some men find that investing in a standing desk or alternating between sitting and standing throughout the day helps relieve pressure and keeps energy levels more stable. Others set reminders on their phone or computer to prompt them to move. The goal is to prevent long, uninterrupted stretches of sitting from becoming the norm. Posture plays a role as well. Sitting with your weight evenly distributed, your feet flat on the floor, and avoiding slouching can reduce unnecessary strain. Chairs with proper lumbar and pelvic support can also make a difference, especially during long hours of work. One overlooked factor is recreational sitting. After a day spent seated at work, it's easy to come home and spend more time in front of a screen. Swapping some of that leisure time for light activity, a walk around the neighborhood, gardening, or simple stretching, not only benefits the prostate, but also improves overall well-being. Movement encourages better circulation, reduces stiffness, and supports the body's natural healing processes. By making it a consistent habit, you help create an internal environment that's more resilient and less prone to irritation. While this might seem like a small change, it can have a surprisingly big impact when practiced over weeks and months. Still, improving circulation and reducing sitting time is only part of the equation. There's another daily habit tied to one of the most popular beverages in America that can either help or harm your prostate health depending on how you manage it. Overlooking it could mean undoing much of the progress you've worked so hard to achieve, and in some cases, it can create its own set of challenges that are best avoided. Few daily pleasures are as universally loved as a morning cup of coffee or an afternoon pick-me-up from tea, soda, or an energy drink. These beverages are part of daily life for millions of people, offering comfort, routine, and a quick boost of alertness. But for men concerned about prostate health, the caffeine and additives found in these drinks can quietly work against your efforts to feel better. Caffeine is a natural stimulant that doesn't just wake up the mind, it also stimulates the bladder and urinary tract. This means that for some men, caffeinated drinks can increase urinary urgency, frequency, and even nighttime awakenings. When the bladder is more active, it can indirectly put additional strain on the prostate, especially if there's already some level of inflammation or swelling. It's not only coffee that's worth paying attention to. Many sodas and energy drinks combine caffeine with high amounts of sugar and other additives. Sugar in excess can contribute to inflammation throughout the body, while certain artificial sweeteners may irritate the urinary system in sensitive individuals. Even some teas, though generally gentler, still contain enough caffeine to have an impact when consumed in large quantities. The good news is that managing this habit doesn't mean giving up your favorite drinks entirely. For many, simply reducing caffeine intake or spreading it out more evenly during the day can make a noticeable difference. Swapping that second or third cup of coffee for a caffeine-free herbal tea, or replacing sugary sodas with naturally flavored sparkling water, can help reduce unnecessary irritation. It's also worth remembering that caffeine's effects can vary from person to person. Some men find that even small amounts make their symptoms worse, while others can tolerate moderate intake without issue. The key is paying close attention to your body's response. Keep track of what you drink, how much, and how your urinary comfort changes in the hours afterward. This kind of self-observation can help you identify your personal threshold and make smarter choices. Beyond caffeine, there's another dietary factor that deserves equal attention: salt. High sodium intake, common in processed foods, restaurant meals, and snacks, can cause the body to retain more fluid. This can increase blood pressure and, for some men, worsen urinary symptoms. Reducing salt isn't just good for your heart. It can also help ease pressure on the bladder and prostate. Simple changes like seasoning meals with herbs and spices instead of salt, reading nutrition labels to choose lower sodium options, and limiting processed snacks can add up quickly. Combining reduced caffeine with lower sodium creates a double benefit: fewer bladder irritants and less overall strain on the urinary system. Making these adjustments doesn't require drastic measures, just mindful swaps and moderation. Over time, the cumulative effect can be significant, allowing the body to function more comfortably and efficiently. Even with these improvements, there's still one more piece to the puzzle: a natural, easy-to-prepare method that can help soothe inflammation and support prostate health when used correctly. Ignoring it could mean missing out on a valuable tool for long-term comfort and vitality, and using it incorrectly could limit its benefits while introducing unnecessary risks. By now, you've seen how everyday choices, from diet to daily routines, can quietly influence prostate health. But there's another pair of habits that often work together to amplify discomfort, and both are surprisingly common in the average diet. One is already in your kitchen. The other shows up in nearly every restaurant meal, snack bag, or processed food package. Together, they create a combination that can increase fluid retention, irritate the urinary tract, and keep your prostate from getting the break it needs to function comfortably. The first is caffeine, which we've already touched on, but here we look at it alongside its frequent partner, salt. Caffeine stimulates the bladder, sometimes making urinary urgency and frequency worse. Salt, or more specifically sodium in high amounts, causes the body to hold on to more water. While that might sound like it could balance things out, in reality, it puts extra strain on the circulatory system and can lead to swelling or a feeling of heaviness in the lower body. For men with prostate concerns, that extra pressure can be just enough to worsen existing symptoms. The challenge is that high sodium levels are everywhere. From fast food burgers to frozen dinners, from chips to canned soups, sodium is used both for flavor and as a preservative. Even foods that don't taste particularly salty can carry a high sodium load. Bread, breakfast cereals, and condiments are common hidden sources. When caffeine and sodium are both present in a meal or snack, the effect can be more pronounced. Imagine starting your day with a salty breakfast sandwich and a large coffee, or having an afternoon pick-me-up of chips and an energy drink. The combination can encourage the body to hold more fluid while simultaneously irritating the bladder and urinary tract. This can make you feel more bloated, less comfortable, and more likely to experience disruptions in your daily activities. Cutting back doesn't have to mean giving up flavor or enjoyment. For caffeine, consider limiting yourself to 1 cup of coffee or tea in the morning and switching to herbal or naturally decaffeinated drinks afterward. For sodium, focus on fresh, whole foods whenever possible. Cooking at home with herbs, spices, lemon, and garlic can add plenty of taste without the excess salt. Reading labels can also be eye-opening. You may be surprised at how much sodium hides in foods you eat regularly. Gradually reducing sodium gives your taste buds time to adjust, and most people find that after a few weeks, they don't miss the extra salt at all. The same goes for caffeine. A slow reduction helps avoid headaches and fatigue while giving your body time to adapt. In both cases, the benefits go beyond the prostate: better cardiovascular health, improved energy stability, and less overall inflammation. It's important to note that everyone's sensitivity is different. Some men notice an immediate improvement in urinary comfort after reducing these 2 irritants, while others see more gradual changes. Consistency is key. Over time, lowering your exposure to this combination can help you maintain more stable, comfortable days without sudden flare-ups. Still, even with these changes in place, there's a final step worth knowing, one that combines natural ingredients in a way that can calm inflammation and support the body's natural balance. Used correctly, it can be a gentle but effective addition to your daily routine. Overlook it, and you might miss an opportunity to give your prostate the extra support it deserves, while using it incorrectly could limit its potential benefits. One of the simplest and most accessible ways to support prostate health is to turn to nature's own pharmacy. Certain plants and herbs that, when prepared correctly, can help calm inflammation and promote better urinary comfort. While no single food or drink is a cure-all, adding the right natural remedy to your routine can complement the other changes you've made and help your body function more smoothly. A great example is a warm, soothing herbal infusion made with ingredients like green tea, turmeric, and fresh ginger. Green tea is rich in antioxidants, which help reduce oxidative stress in the body. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural compound known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Ginger, meanwhile, can aid circulation and digestion, creating a combination that works on multiple fronts to support overall wellness. The key to unlocking their benefits lies in proper preparation. For this blend, start by heating water until it's hot but not boiling. Overly high temperatures can reduce the potency of some delicate compounds in green tea. Steep 1 teaspoon of green tea leaves for about 2 minutes, then remove them to avoid bitterness. Add a small slice of fresh ginger and a pinch of ground turmeric or a thin slice of fresh turmeric root. Let these steep for another 3 to 5 minutes before straining. If desired, a touch of honey can be added for flavor, but avoid refined sugars, which can promote inflammation. Drinking this once a day, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, can provide gentle, consistent support. Because green tea contains some caffeine, it's best not to have it too late in the day if you're sensitive to it. For those avoiding caffeine altogether, you can replace the green tea with rooibos or chamomile, both naturally caffeine-free, yet still rich in beneficial plant compounds. This small ritual does more than deliver nutrients. It encourages you to slow down, hydrate, and connect with your body's needs. Over time, these moments of mindful care can contribute to better energy, improved mood, and a sense of control over your health. It's important to remember that natural doesn't automatically mean harmless. Even herbs and spices can interact with medications or cause side effects if used excessively. For example, turmeric can act as a mild blood thinner, so those on anticoagulant medication should check with a healthcare provider before making it a daily habit. Moderation and balance are key. When combined with the other adjustments we've discussed, reducing processed meats, managing hydration smartly, breaking up long periods of sitting, moderating caffeine and salt, this natural approach can help create a supportive environment for the prostate to thrive. It's about building a lifestyle where each choice contributes to the body's overall balance and resilience. Your health is a long-term investment, and each small, consistent action matters. Choosing to make these changes isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about improving your quality of life, protecting your independence, and feeling your best every day. If you found this information valuable, consider sharing it so others can benefit too. Supporting one another with knowledge and encouragement can make a real difference, and the more we spread awareness, the more we can help create healthier lives for everyone.